Welcome to KRISHVN!
Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Little Red Riding Hood. She was called that because she always wore a red hooded cape that her grandmother had made for her. One day, her mother said to her, "Little Red Riding Hood, your grandmother is sick. Please take this basket of bread and milk to her. But remember to go straight through the woods and don't stop to talk to anyone." Little Red Riding Hood agreed and set off on her journey through the forest to her grandmother's house, which was on the other side of the woods. As she walked, she met a big wolf. The wolf asked, "Where are you going, little girl?" Without thinking, Little Red Riding Hood answered, "I'm going to my grandmother's house to visit her because she's not feeling well." The wolf, with a sly grin, said, "I see. Do you know there's a shortcut? If you take it, you'll get there much faster." Little Red Riding Hood thanked the wolf and continued walking, while the wolf quickly ran ahead, taking the shortcut to grandmother's house. When the wolf arrived, he knocked on the door. "Grandmother, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I've brought you some bread and milk." Grandmother, who was very ill, thought it was her granddaughter and opened the door. But as soon as she saw the wolf, she was terrified, and before she could scream, the wolf gobbled her up in one bite. Then, the wolf, dressed in grandmother's clothes, climbed into her bed and waited for Little Red Riding Hood. A little while later, Little Red Riding Hood arrived at her grandmother's house and knocked on the door. The wolf, pretending to be her grandmother, said, "Come in, my dear." When Little Red Riding Hood entered the room, she noticed her grandmother looked very strange. She asked, "Grandmother, what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with," said the wolf. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have." "All the better to see you with." "Grandmother, what big teeth you have." "All the better to eat you with." The wolf jumped out of the bed and tried to swallow Little Red Riding Hood. But just then, a hunter who was passing by heard the screams. He ran into the house, killed the wolf, and saved Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. The wolf was gone, and from that day on, Little Red Riding Hood promised to always listen to her mother and never stop to talk to strangers again. The end.
Thank you for watching my video.